That's a subreddit.
It's a subreddit.
Yeah, don't tell me don't tell me the odds.
Okay. Anyway, everyone, welcome back to Corporate Party Book of Shadows. We're now going to be starting Chapter 3, Encounter. We beat this, we're just about halfway done.
Pencils.
The wick utensil.
天神5番地のこれ23だよな。それとも33か
Doesn't even realize that it's actually just the alphabet, not letters. Or numbers.
まったく山崎先生の字は読みづらいな。
Turns out it's actually Yuka's.
Oh yeah, I actually remember this one. So yeah, we did do this one.
This really wasn't my day. I knocked over my alarm clock this morning, and of course it stopped working. The very last pork sandwich sold right out before my eyes during lunch. And I was rubbed into a favor when I happened upon my homeroom teacher, Mr. Yamazaki, long after the school day had ended. He just found him in the park.
He was, hey, I got a job for you.
So now, like it or not, I was on my way to deliver some notes to Miss Yui, our homeroom teacher assistant, who was out sick with a cold.
後でゆかに謝らないとな。今日は早く帰ってゆかの買い物に付き合ってやる予定だったし。
When he comes back, it's just all on fire because of Yuka's disappointment. She just turns around and she has just glowing red eyes.
天神5番地23の11。ここか。これが6番地33の77とかじゃなければ。だけど。
I stopped to compare the memo on my hand with the apartment building in front of me. It was 2 stories tall and looked a little too on the shabby side. Probably about 20 years old. It's a fucking dump.
This place fucking sucks.
It didn't seem very solid, nor was it practically stylish or chic. It was a completely unremarkable structure in every way.
ここの207号室。いや、201?
It's 201. Please let it be 201. I was really getting fed up with all this handwriting. And from a homeroom teacher, no less. It's no different than mine. In any case, it seemed certain the apartment was on the 2nd floor, so I trudged up the startlingly narrow, steep stairs. Where?
Gotta love them stairs.
The metal staircase was thoroughly blotched with patches of rust. Why would someone live in such a rundown apartment building?
先生の給料ってもしかしてすごく安かったりするのか
I felt a little sorry for her, but in a way, this place kind of fit her personality. What the fuck?
Douche.
With that thought in mind, I turned my attention toward apartment 201.
ここが201号室か。
201. It's almost like you've done this before.
No, I was just hoping because
ゆい
it's my
先生
favorite
の家じゃ
number.
ないな。
Nah, who would assume that? Someone please outline and circle the 201.
Doorplay for the room nearest to the staircase had a name I didn't recognize scribbled on
っ
it.
てことはこの奥か。
Passing 201. Fuck! I continued down the narrow walkway toward the end. Wandering alone around an apartment building I'd never been to before made me feel kind of nervous. It wasn't like I was doing anything wrong, but my back still tensed up as I maneuvered around the pile of strollers, plastic toys, and bundles of newspaper. And then finally I arrived at the last door.
ここだ。
This was it. I breathed a sigh of relief. The door plate for apartment 207 read, Shishido. For an adult's handwriting especially, the letters were rounded and overly cutesy. This was Miss Yui's place, all right.
なんだろうこれ。
I leaned in to read something written on the small script in the corner of the door
愛
plate.
病注意って猛犬注意じゃなくて
Turns out she was so drunk it was actually written in Beware of Cucumbers.
Beware of cucumbers. They'll attack you when you ain't expecting it.
ゆい先生らしいや。
Jesus pops right out the door going, "The fuck you say to me, you little shit?"
What the fuck did you...
So how exactly does one beware of a house cat? Hey, those fuckers are evil.
Yeah, house cats can be pretty mean.
Is it even possible for a house cat to be threatening? Yes!
Yes. Yes, very much.
At any rate, I confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was Miss Yui's place. So my errand was nearing its end.
それにしても、山崎先生もひどいよな。風邪ひいたクラスメートにプリント持っていくならわかるけど、風邪ひいた副担の先生のうちに授業のノートを届けろって。うん、絶対におかしい。間違いなくこれ担任の仕事だよ。
Just pretend you're not a student. Pretend you're an errand boy. Wait, those are saying fuck. He said he was busy with meetings though, and really needed one of his students to help him out. I think that was a load of shit. But was it really okay to entrust a school student with confidential class notes?
これ、生徒が読んじゃまずいノートなんじゃないのか?
It just gives you the option to read or not read. My mind kept drifting from one question to another, and I became acutely aware of the inherent value in these notes I held in my bag. But tempting as it was, I just couldn't bring myself to look at them. Fuck!
Pussy.
Mr. Yamazaki put his faith in me after all, which is why you should do it.
Exactly.
And I was stronger than that. I couldn't let this get the best of me. He's saying that as he's reading the notes.
I couldn't let this get the best of me. Ooh, I got an A+.
At any rate, I was here. I should have just been able to drop off the notes and be on my way. Putting all my doubts and misgivings aside, I rang the doorbell. And then I waited. And waited. And waited some more. But there was no waiting.
Now? You still waiting?
俺、呼び鈴をしたよな。ゆい先生!
Pest control!
Vacuum cleaner sells.
Open up, it's the pound!
We're coming in for that cat.
I rang the bell again and also tried calling out. But there was still no response.
どうしよう。寝てんのかな?
She dead.
起こしちゃ悪いけど、でも心配だしな。
When we heard that Miss Yui was staying at home sick today, we were all pretty disappointed. That's why part of me was actually a little happy that I was asked to run these over to her. I figured I'd be able to check in, see how she was doing, and let everyone at school know that she was feeling better.
けど会えないっていうのは想定外だったな。ゆい先生! ゆい先生!
Open it up, I'm coming in. This is the po. Screw Discord.
ゆい先生、すみません。
Are you like doing anything in your background? Because this never happened yet.
Nothing that I'm not usually doing.
She was probably sleeping. Or at the doctor's or something. But what
And
if she were
technically,
hurt? I tried opening the mail slot and peeking in. I thought
I
maybe
don't. My ping isn't very high today.
I thought maybe I can get a glimpse of the room inside.
ゆい先生。
It felt kind of wrong peeking into someone's house without their permission. I turned to my left. A young child and a woman were watching. They instantly called the police and I had my ass arrested.
Rippy dippy.
But I was legitimately worried about Miss Yui's health. So my conscience was clear on this one.
Sure.
So my conscience was clear on this one.
It's the house cat of doom.
Look at my eyes as I look deeply into your soul.
I will murder you all.
Trespasser!
You die.
猫。
A well-groomed cat was facing the door and staring back at me. It was kind of creepy, so I just backed away slowly, but too much as I fell off the railing.
And died. Died.
The end. It didn't help at all!
That was the best story I ever heard.
With his head tilted slightly to the side, it let out an adorable meow. This must be the cat I was instructed to beware. And says Miss
こ
Yui
の
was
子が
fuck!
噂のモレ
You
じ
screwed
ゃ
up,
なく
mate.
て確かモネ。そうだ、モネちゃんだ。へえ、綺麗な猫だな。
You wanna fucking go?
You wanna fucking fight, mate?
Let me quickly save right here. Compared to all of these, this
then
recent
just
one
cut.
is. Yep, it's just a fucking.
That one's truly the scariest.
Nope. Wrong list. Nope. Here we go. It says Mizubi was always going on and on about her little buddy. I was pretty sure I remembered his name. Shout right. Oh. I didn't realize that would happen. She even had some tins of cat food hidden on the shelf in the classroom. Probably because she bought it too much and had no room for them in her apartment.
モネ、モネ。先生は
Here,
い
kitty,
るか？
kitty. As he's trying to get him right through the lock. Or people.
No, not the people.
先生がいるんだったら起こしてきてほしいんだ。
What do you think I've been trying to do, jackass? You really are an idiot.
You are
頼むよ。
retarded.
やっぱり無理か。そりゃそうだよな。
My shoulders sank. I felt defeated by a cat nonetheless. The hell was I doing? I closed the mail slot and stood back up.
弱ったな。ゆい先生、どうしたんだろう。どっか外出中とか？空いてたりしないかな。
Lost in this speculation, I placed my hand on the doorknob. And with a quick twist, I turned it and pushed on the door, opening it easily. Oh, you weren't tempted to look at the notes, but you were tempted to open the door?
Yeah.
You need to get your greed straight.
No, I feel like this was the right course of action.
鍵かかってないのか。うわ、いけねえ。モネが出たら大変だ。
You escape it from me. Turns into a Final Fantasy fight.
Oh no.
My escape!
お前のご主人様は不用心だね。
Thwarted!
鍵もかけてないなんて。
Monette's whiskers twitched as I called out to him from the entranceway.
なんだ？その通りだにゃって。
Say that again, I'll fucking smack you. As he says in plain English.
I will actually kick this shit.
I will kick your ass, you hairless ape.
Oh god.
モネもやっぱりそう思うか。
You scaleless cockroach.
You scaleless cockroach. That's my new favorite insult.
Don't you call me that. Here I was talking to a cat. Was this what I'd become?
どうしよ
Cat whisperer? There's 4 drops.
Cat insulter. I was feeling pretty uneasy. Not only had I peeked into someone's home, I walked in without a second thought. I do believe I hear sirens on the way, though. What's the deal with that?
What the heck is with them sirens? What's with all the flash lights?
Moreover, this is where Miss Yui lived. Alone. In other words, a woman's apartment. No matter how many times I reminded myself that I were here on an errand, I couldn't help feeling that I not only crossed the line, but leaped over it.
う。ゆい先生。
Just a smidgen.
I tried calling her name one last time, but as expected, there was no answer.
本当にどうしようかな。
I was trying hard to avoid being too nosy, but my eyes inevitably began surveying the room. Jesus Christ, you wouldn't even look at the notes, but this?
How come I imagine it's like the episode of SpongeBob with the "Don't look at the map," and then their eyes.
Look at it.
Yep.
The apartment entrance let out immediately into the kitchen, and beyond that there was a sliding door to some other room. I could see light through the gaps. I strained my ears, but there was nothing to hear. No sign of life whatsoever, besides the cat.
Just the sirens.
Miss Yui really must have been out. One more time, I tried calling out to her one more time, just to put my concerns at ease. I felt like I'd seem even more suspicious if I stayed silent.
ゆい先生持田です
Still nothing. Maybe she was asleep on the other side of that door.
確かめてみいやいやいやいや
He may have no sense of greed, but his reactions are still pretty funny.
Yeah.
Shaking my head furiously, I cast out a sudden impulse. There was a terrible idea, pure and simple. Entering the apartment unannounced was bad enough, but walking all the way in, opening that sliding door and peeking inside, this was just too much.
っていうかこのタイミングでゆい先生が外から帰ってきたりしたら俺結構まずい、じゃなくてだいぶまずい
Let me out as if in agreement. You're fucked.
Yep.
Panicking, I once again surveyed my surroundings. What'd you say?
I said, "Yep, he's doomed."
I almost felt like there was eyes on me staring with disdain. But nobody was there.
あ、そうだ書き置きを残していけばいいんじゃないか
Just leave a note on a note. One of the three obvious right there. Wondering why I didn't think of this sooner, I dug into my bag for some paper and pen.
山崎先生から頼まれたのでって書いておけばいいんだよな
Should at least tell her why you came.
俺のノートでいいやゆい先生
Crouching in the doorway, I ran my pen across the page. I brought class notes and Mr. Yamazaki's behest. Turns out that was actually supposed to be a request, but he doesn't know how to spell request.
He got request and be mixed. Oh. Okay. Screw Discord.
I might have a better idea. Hold on.
Holding. Okay. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry about barging into your apartment.
あと不用心だから鍵はかけた方がいいと思いますと
Don't forget, you stupid piece of shit. What are you looking at, cat?
Stop giving me that stink eye, you piece of actual crap, you goddamn cat.
As I was writing the note, I sensed a presence in front of me. Until just a moment ago, this house had no signs of human life in it. But now, I can feel someone standing directly ahead. Standing and looking down at me. Fidgeting nervously, I put down my pen. Raised my head slowly. And saw a white, slender ankle!
Oh, I just realized.
Get off my yard. Just realized what?
With this call going on, I can't hear the game. Unless there's no sound in game right now.
Oh, well, that's...
Huh. I know. New idea. New idea /3.
Pause! Shocked, I sat my head up, and there, was standing before me, was Miss Yui.
A kangaroo.
先生
She She was looking right at me, but she seemed decidedly out of sorts. Her hair looked disheveled. Her gaze was unsteady, and her pajamas were in complete disarray. She was like a completely different person from the usual kept educator we'd come to know and love.
ゆい先生俺勝手に入っちゃって
I stood frantically and held out the note I had been writing. But... She just pulls out a 12 gauge right behind her.
Just pulls out Desert Eagle.
That was your choice, man. That was your choice.
No. It was your choice.
She was just standing there, stupefied, with a completely vacant expression on her face.
先生
I called out to her as gently as I could. But... she was really dazed. She almost seemed like a ghost. Foreshadowing much.
先生どうしちゃったんだよ
I had such an uneasy feeling. Worried, I walked up to Miss Yui, grabbed her shoulders, and tried to snap her out of it by shaking her. But instead...
Senator.
うわ
Ow.
Just the background.
I like how right when I turned up my volume, that.
This just seemed to make her cough.
先生
These were wet, productive coughs, and spit was shooting out of Miss Yui's mouth with each one. I frantically tried to shield my face from the spray, but my reaction time just wasn't quick enough. I put my hand on her cheek and found it thick with slimy film of saliva. I thought that last one was going to be more forceful, like...
Oh.
大丈夫ゆい先生
She just slaps him. Don't ask stupid questions. Where is it? Sorry.
Where is he?
Miss Yui hobbled back a little and fell onto her knees with a thud. She had completely sprawled out in the hallway, moaning and groaning the whole time.
先生
Wiping the splatterings from my own face, I leaned over and took a better look at hers. Is she sick or drunk?
Both.
It was bright red. Strained breathing, a stuffy nose, and a visibly high fever on top of it all. She was sick as could be. Her face made her look like she was about to cry.
Probably.
I'm cold, damn it!
寒いのでも汗かいてるよ
Same difference. I thought maybe her sweat just cooled her down, but then realized her disheveled pajamas certainly weren't doing her any favors. With heart pounding a mile a minute and face red as a traffic light, I set about buttoning her up.
ゆい先生俺のことわかる持田だよ寒いならちゃんと布団で寝ないと出ないと治るもんも治らないって
Need to sleep under the covers as soon as he covers her up. Too hot!
Don't do this to me.
She absentmindedly extended her shaking arms like a zombie, slowly reopened her eyes and looked up at me. It was the gaze of a severely fevered mind.
ゆい先生
司くん
えうわ
司くん司くん
That's one thing I hate about this playthrough, the noises that are right in the ear.
え
My ears feel defiled.
Miss Yui was clinging to me tightly. I couldn't move. I was frozen in shock. She began to weep.
来てくれたのね、司くん。
つかさ
嬉しい。よかった。
He just grabs a hold of her shoulders. Mishui, go home. You're drunk. He just looks all around. Fuck.
God damn it.
Wrong choice of words.
先生待って人違いだよ
It seemed like I wasn't getting through to her at all. And the sensation of her chest as she held me was making it virtually impossible to fight her with. She was utterly powerless. Oh, I was utterly powerless against this opponent. I never realized just before how...
What was that?
I never realized before just how soft a woman's chest really was. God, am I that weak-willed? I had to remind myself that Miss Yui had
Speaking of boobs.
Shut up.
Me and Viva apparently found out that there's actually scientifically proven perfect boobs.
Why would you look at that?
Well, we didn't look it up. We just were scrolling through and we found an article about like the best breast size and shape and look.
I'm really glad the lagging out is stopping you because I do not want to hear this anymore.
I'm gonna keep talking about the boobs
Stop it.
till I finish. So about these boobs,
We gotta continue, Deputy.
we can continue. I'm just informing you about scientifically perfect boobs.
Mustering all the strength I could, I gripped her arms and tried to pry them off of me. But she was a lot stronger than I anticipated, and she wouldn't let me get away.
怖かったよ、司くん。怖かった。
怖かった
まさか来てくれるなんて思わなかった。
うわ
As she squeezed me tightly, I felt as though my upper body might collapse under the pressure of her softest parts. I was blushing uncontrollably.
ゆい先生ちょっと離れて
How did you understand that perfectly well?
先生ってばー
I struggled to wriggle?
Wriggle.
Yeah, wriggle free. But she only grabbed me tighter. Our bodies were getting more and more intertwined. And every time I squirmed, Miss Yui would just pull me even closer.
司くん。
なうわ
Noises, I swear. As she just rose and fell erratically, droplets of sweat slid down into her mouth. I could feel the heat of her fever radiating off of her steadily encroaching face, and as well as the shoulders, I grabbed in an effort to push
そ
away.
ばにいて、司くん。お願い。
だから人違い
He just kept reaching to all parts. Where's the spray bottle? Where's the newspaper?
No.
Questions were swirling around in my head. Why was Miss Yui crying? And who was this Tsukasa person? But I was most concerned for the state of her pajamas, which had become even more disheveled during our struggle.
先生パジャマズボンずり落ちてるから
司くん、あったかい。
ゆい先生ってばー
She doesn't care. Realizing that not a single word was getting through to her, except one, I sighed resignedly. I take care of Hyuka any number of times when she caught a cold and drawn a fever, but I don't recall it ever getting this bad. Miss Yui was usually calm, collected, rational. Who would ever imagine that a fever could leave her so thoroughly discombobulated? Deputy, me and you know a lot about discombobulations.
Oh God, not again. Not again.
ゆい先生ちょっともう
I put more strength into my resistance, and finally her arms relaxed just the tiniest bit. But her expression changed drastically.
やだ。
Okay, time out here. So how come every time I've talked, it's been perfectly fine, except for when I mentioned boobs? See?
先生俺は持田聡で司って人
You've
じゃ
done this.
Mitsui was acting like a spoiled child. Slipping out of the shoes I just still been wearing, I again drew close to her sprawled out form. There was no way I could just leave her here like
後
this.
で気がついて怪しまないでくれよ。
He's just dragging her across the floor.
Not again.
Mitsui let out a what? Lethargic groan?
Yeah.
Perhaps
Yep.
in response to my quiet murmurings. At my wit's end, I grabbed hold of her and did my best to carry her into the back room. He just grabbed one foot and just started pulling.
Just by the pinky toe.
Gently wheeling her over to her unfurled futon, and then carefully laid her down, making sure I didn't drop her in the process.
You just plunk.
Then there was the matter of rebuttoning those pesky pajamas again.
He really like buttoning up them.
He says that I imagine he tries to reach for the buttons and the entire pajamas just hiss at him. Okay, let's move. What the fuck?
No.
Alright, that's it. He grabs a spray bottle.
Finds out the
spraying
pajamas were the
and
house cat.
I hesitantly pulled up her pajama bottoms and brushed away the stray hairs that were plastered to her brow with sweat. I done my best to avoid saying anything I shouldn't, but I am a guy, so my heart was pounding the whole time.
Sure you didn't.
Mitsui pajamas were soaked through with sweat. She really might have been better off with a change of clothes altogether. But no, that would have been going way
But
too
no.
far.
No.
と
Or yes.
タオルとか何か拭くものでもあればって
Noticing a convenience store bag carelessly tossed on the floor, I glanced inside.
なんだ冷却シート買ってきてあるじゃん。なんで使ってないんだか。もう
The cat denied her.
先生ヒヤッとするけど我慢してね。
That wasn't even from the context of it. She was just kept like, no, you keep that shit away from me.
Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me.
これでよし
Goddamn.
と。
I placed one of the compressors on her forehead and pulled the covers over her. Mitsui appeared almost instantly relieved. She exhaled more contentedly and her breathing became more relaxed. Finally, she was asleep. There was another convenience bag store, and inside was loads of beer bottles, all surprisingly empty. Still, she wondered how that happened. Even in sleep, Miss Yui seemed to be suffering.
おモネなんだ先生が心配か
Oh, please, she's my pet.
だよな。俺もここまでひどいことになってるとは思わなかったよ。
What do you think about the situation, Deputy?
Cats are nice.
When I had coiled up on my legs without me noticing, I began absentmindedly speaking to him. He mewed. He mewed in response, and our conversation ended there, as my gaze was still fixed squarely on Miss Yui.
さてどうしようか。ゆい先生俺このまま帰っても大丈夫
She wasn't in any condition to respond, but
ゆい先生
Miss Yui's hand had slipped out from under the futon and was gently grasping my pant.
How touching.
Her grip was much weaker than before, but I knew I'd probably regret it if I went home now. Miss Yui seemed really lonely.
仕方ないな。
Without disturbing Miss Yui's hold on me, I took a seat beside her. For the time being, I figured I'd watch over her and make sure her condition didn't worsen. Occasionally, Miss Yui's breathing would become ragged and furrow her brow. She was in a pretty bad way.
辛そうだな。
Wasn't there anything else I could do? I glanced quietly down the hallway. I noticed when I carried Miss Yui here that the kitchen near the entranceway was perfectly neat and tidy. There wasn't an indication that it had been used that day at all.
飯食ってるのかな？
Manette's gaze shifted suddenly. I followed it and saw a pet's bowl laid out in the corner of the room. One dish was filled with brim with water, and the other was piled high with dry cat food.
なるほど。モネはちゃんと食べてるんだな。熱出してあんな状態になってても、お前のことはちゃんと考えてくれてるんだな。
She thought I was a dog.
That's great.
でもさ、ゆい先生。まずは自分の食事の心配をしようよ。
That would probably never happen for her, and stupidly, I'm the same way. I shook my head at the whole situation, then glanced down at Monette, who was tilting his head as if trying to understand me. The fuck are you saying? I broke into a weary smile. When I pulled out the cold packs, I did notice some cheap convenience store food in the bag as well. I guess that was going to be her food for the day. Not exactly the best stuff to eat when you're sick.
米と、あと卵くらいはきっとあるよな。
I wonder what you can make with rice and eggs.
卵がゆでも作ろう。
I think I know.
Food?
先生、キッチン借りるよ。
No, my pizza.
I'm making pizza.
Her face was bright red, and her half-painted, half-contented noises provided me with no clear kind of answer to my question. I think you're even more stupid than her at this point. What do you think should apply to you?
仕方ない。ゆい先生の代わりに、モネに許しをもらおうかな。モネ、キッチンを借りていいか？
Fuck off.
ありがとう。
Manette cries helped assuage my guilt over entering his apartment and borrowing your kitchen. Not that I had any reason to feel guilty. I don't think anyway. I mean, circumstances were what they were.
Boobs.
Still, I had this nagging sense that I should have somehow felt bad about what I was doing. Figure out all about the police sirens right outside the apartment.
Boobs.
ゆい先生、ごめんな。ちょっと離れるよ。
One by one, I gently peeled off each of the fingers lashed onto my hand leg. The expression on her face changed as I was doing so from perturbed rest to mild annoyance. There was nothing to indicate that she might wake up.
よし、作るか。
As I stood up, Monette mewed happily and began tagging along at my heels. And Miss Yui, now resting by herself in the bedroom, let out a sudden sneeze. Scared the crap out of me, and I dropped all the food.
Oh, right now that's in the house screaming.
Well, that's a complete different change. That changed drastically.
Just a smidgen.
Oh, shit!
Such violence.